Hello friends, welcome back to another video from Possum Stamps. Today I am bringing you this card that I created. I wanted it to look like a wall of portraits, and I think I was able to achieve that. I used this stamp set, Picture Perfect, from the newest release, and I also used the Picture Perfect, my gosh, I can't talk today, Picture Perfect die set, also from the newest release. And yeah, what you're seeing right now is I am coloring one of the puppies, and I decided to do a black and white puppy here. I am using a combination of grays. I gave him a white patch on his eye, and I was going to originally give him a white patch on his head as well, but I changed my mind about it because it just didn't look right. So I will be coloring that portion here in just a minute. You will see that. I really wanted to make the background of the card look like, I don't know, like old, like an old, what do you call that kind of wall? Oh, my English words. It will make sense here in just a minute. Like old pieces of wood. Oh, there you go. There you see me coloring that patch. I think it looks much better like that. So yeah, very, very simple coloring, meant to look cute, and I think I achieved that. Now moving on to the body, just the same grays. And even though the white portion of the eye is supposed to look white, I still used a little bit of gray to color that so that it didn't look as stark white as compared to the rest of it. But I think it works. It works out great. So he is such a cute character that the coloring just works great on him. And yeah, I color outside the lines quite a lot. It's my superpower. I know it. But I am about to fix it here with a little bit of Posca pen. That is a lifesaver, and I will use that to add some highlights. So, and it adds a little bit of cuteness to the coloring as well. Now moving on to my cute little llama or alpaca, whatever you want to call it, and I am coloring him or her with a combination of browns and just doing a lot of dotting or points, dot, 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 here and there. And I will finish it off with some colorless blender, and that will make it look like he is very fluffy. A little bit of pink for the cheeks and for the ears, and here's the colorless blender. For the little necklace around his neck, I am going to use a little bit of purple, and then I will move on to add a little bit of Posca pen to add highlights and to add dots all over him, and it will help to make it look like he's fluffy even more. And he turned out very cute. Now moving on to the giraffe, and I did a combination of oranges and color outside the line again. I'm sorry. Oranges and yellows. And when I started coloring with my yellow, you will not see that right here, white 13. I didn't realize that I had run out of ink, so I had to go and refill my marker, but yeah, it worked out great, and I had to do a second layer of coloring because it just did not look right. I had very harsh lines, but by the time I was done, it all looked great. So I finished my yellow portion right there, the mouth, with two tones, I believe Y17 and Y13, so that it looked more dimensional. And then I finished it with my Posca pen to cover up my mistakes by fixing the edges so that it didn't look like I color outside the lines, even though we all know that I do. And yeah, look how cute she is. Adorable. So now I am cutting my frames out with my die in some gold paper. What do you call that? Yeah, gold paper. And I decided to cut 2 extra pieces of frames using some white cardstock, and at the same time I am outlining the edges of each of the characters so that I know where to cut with scissors around them. And it will make sense here in just a second why I did that. You will see, because I am going to use my scissors to cut around them so that I can glue the characters behind each of the portraits. Yeah, because I didn't want to use my my dies for that. So, and I wanted my frames to look more 3D. And I think it worked out really, really nicely. I really loved using the gold paper, gold cardstock for the frames. I feel like it gave my card more of a vintage look. Oh, and here is where I'm making the background. I made those pieces of wood with a die from my stash, and I am just I'm sorry about my voice. I'm getting over a cold. I'm just gluing them one by one on my on my base, and I'm trying to make them look random so that it looks like an actual wall. So one by one, and yeah, this was a really therapeutic portion of the card making, and I kind of felt like, I don't know, I was actually making a wall. There you go. I sped it up just a little bit, and that was the wall right there. I love how it turned out. Now I am going to show you what I am doing with the little critters, and we are going to glue them onto the frames right there. There you go, one by one. Look how cute they are. Oh my gosh, I just love them. And I am putting some blocks, the same blocks that I used to stamp them onto the paper, to put some weight on them so that they will adhere to the paper. And yeah, we will move on to the next step, which is placing them onto the card base. So cute. And this card is going to be 4¼ by 5½. And the sentiment reads, "We just click," which is perfect for the portraits. I am trying to figure out right here what is the placement that I am going to go with and how I'm going to do the sentiment. And I decided to do the little, I think it's called a fishtail, that little end that the sentiment has right there. And I am starting with the puppy portrait, and I'm gluing it, and I am going back and forth with the other 2 portraits as I am gluing the next one. I decided I wanted the sentiment to be right there, and then I am going to glue the giraffe. And lastly, I will do the little llama, and I am going to put some double-sided adhesive foam on the back of it so that it's more 3D, more propped up. And that is that. I love how it turned out. I think it looks very rustic, and it worked out perfectly the way that I just imagined it. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you for watching, and please make sure that you subscribe to the Possum Stamps YouTube channel and turn on your notifications so that you can be notified when more videos popped up. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.